I'm still cooling off from the hot flashes that the Sunday night episode of Love Island USA caused for me, and I'm sure so many of the viewers last night. Last night was crazy, wasn't it? Well, welcome to my channel. My name is Amani, and this is Amani's Vibe. And when I talk about Love Island USA, I like to do what I call think pieces. It's actually a term from journalism when you're writing, but I also want my audience and my subscribers to kind of think about some things, and maybe I'll post some questions to just challenge the way you may normally watch a show or think about the show. But before that, I do want to stop and just say a very special thank you to all of my subscribers and to the people that are just finding me now. Like, yes, I may not have thousands of subscribers, but I literally started with 21 subscribers. I also wanted to let you know that I am a post-concussion crusader. And Love Island USA, my mindless TV show, actually means a lot to me because it helped me through a very difficult time in 2020 when I discovered the show in season one, watched it on demand. It really helped me through a time where I was dealing with a concussion and just some family loss. And I found that like having this escapism in the summer was really good for me. So I've watched it every year since. I started doing, I guess what I'll call reviews a bit more maybe last summer or maybe the summer before. And then I realized like I definitely don't want to talk about the show each night, but God bless the reviewers that review this show and all of the Love Island series. Like, I wouldn't be able to get it all straight. So I just watched Love Island USA. I also watched Married at First Sight USA. Um, and I'm in Canada, so I can't even vote. Oh, I would. I think I would definitely vote for this show. The other thing I want to say, about my subscribers that I do have, I started with 21. I have like, I think 527 now. That excites me, okay? But I have people that have stuck with me because one of the things I have done is I do give updates on Serena and Cordell from last season. I also still follow like Alana, Cachet, Justine and Sally, and there are some people from the other seasons. I do look to see what they're doing. I know that there's some reviewers who are like, this is a show. Queen E will tell you, I'm watching the show at face value. I'm just dealing with the show. I don't look at what's happening on Instagram or anywhere else. Chloe Johnson, I just love her passionate storytelling and her reenactments. So I will look at other reviewers once I've posted my thoughts on the show. For sure. This season, though, I really have kept away from social media and everything up until now. So I am going to talk about a few things that I have become aware of, okay? Number one, Huda has a huge fan base. The other thing, I don't know if this is true or not, but they say that Pepe l'Espagnol, as I call him, may or may not be who he says he is. And the other thing, is that when people were voting, when they had to vote on Friday night, it just seems that people said that the app, however it is you vote, I'm not sure if it's an app, if you call in, like I said, I'm in Canada, never been able to vote. So, but they said that it wasn't working. So there seemed to be a lot of chatter and discourse about the app not working correctly. Okay. So I'm just putting that out there. Now I'm going to talk about my notes. So I originally was going to do a think piece on Friday and Saturday, and then I watched After Sun, and then I decided it's okay. Like, I'm sure lots of other reviewers have covered it. And then last night, I was like, okay, I'm going to wait. But then during the show, I was so passionate watching the show. I did have little posts, and I'll do that sometimes where I won't have a whole piece. I'll just have a short that might ask a question or be like, what's going on? Or it's me reacting because last night, I'm when I watch it live and I'm here by myself, I'm literally like, what are they doing? So I do apparently talk to myself. I'm going to say I talk to Love Island, okay? Or even better yet, I'm going to say that I'm talking to you. my subscribers, okay? But okay, let's get into it. Let's get into it. What happened last night? Was I shocked? Okay, once they said who America's favorites were, and Huda was in the group, and then the girls voted Hannah off, I was shocked, okay? So my question is, do you think that they voted Hannah off? Do you think it's because she said in the dressing room that she really missed Charlie? Do you think that maybe she talked about Charlie a bit? Or do you think it's because they see like how fast she recovers from things? Like, I have no idea. I'm just posting that question out there. But definitely, I was shocked, as was Hannah. As well she should. Okay? But then when they had America's Favorite Guys and Jeremiah was still up there, I'd even posted. So what I posted was before it happened. But when I saw that he was there, I was like, there's no way. I was like, Ace doesn't like him. They're going to vote him off, the guys. Okay? So I know it's upsetting everybody, but I just knew once I saw him there, I'm like, yeah. If it was me personally, I would have voted off Iris and Austin. That's me. Just because Iris, now she was finding a connection with TJ last night, but it seemed she had to really work for it, and you really can't tell what TJ's thinking. So that's who I would have voted off. And Austin, just because he's just there, if he's comic relief, but I just don't see him. I don't know. Like, there hasn't been anybody, honestly, that has come there for him. So maybe from the guy's perspective, it's like he still wants a chance and let's keep him here so he can actually have a connection. But honestly, as a viewer, and I had this on my wall, I was like, are there any real solid love connections? It really doesn't feel that way right now, right? They're all kind of like, I don't know, waffling towards a love connection right now. So it is very interesting. But yeah, I know everybody's upset about Jeremiah voting off, but here's what I'm going to tell you. After last season, the three couples that won got some of the best agents in America. Serena right now has the top agent, CAA, okay? Jeremiah is a model. He's such a cutie patootie, pretty boy. He's fine, all of that. He was like our eye candy for the show. He's going to have a brilliant career, I can tell you, because the popularity of my little show that I like has completely taken off since last season. And they even say that the viewership this season is so much higher than it was before. So as much as it is upsetting him being gone, he's going to be fine. But I did notice something. I did have this in my notes from Friday night, that when he connected with Adriana, I hope I'm saying her name correctly. She had said to him that she never had a relationship before, and he said that he only had one. So as much as how he looks, that doesn't necessarily mean that's the lifestyle that he has, okay? And when she said that to him about how when she does like somebody, she really likes them and that's her focus, etc., I personally did have a little flashback of this could be another Huda, and I felt like Jeremiah had that too. Those are my notes for Friday. Of course, they enhanced that connection last night, and that is why he got voted off. But I have to say, like, I don't quite understand why it's not okay for people to find a love connection on the show, okay? Oh, and another thing that I heard is that Huda has never watched Love Island before. She agreed to go on it. And I'm going to tell you that I believe that rumor just because the way she's doing it. She just seems to have come in there like, I want to find somebody. I've got a daughter. I'm super focused on Jeremiah. Now I'm super focused on TJ. And then TJ, he let her down. But they do look a little bit scared. Pepe looked a little bit scared when she kind of pulled him, and TJ looked a little bit scared. He handled it well. He brought her breakfast and everything, but he was like, I'm not interested in you. And she doesn't leave it there. She's like, but why? Are you sure? Da-da-da-da. Yeah. So after reading that, I do think that I believe that Huda didn't know anything about the show. I can be wrong, and I'm fine with being wrong, okay? But seeing how she's playing it, she's very much more Huda focused, and that's why that comes across to me that she doesn't understand like the rules of this show. You know, she just locked in from day one. The other thing I wanted to say, Ariana Maddox did address like how cruel people can be in their posts and everything. And I agree with that. My channel is definitely positive vibes only. And I am not a cusser. And, you know, I give my real thoughts. I am who I am in real life when I'm doing my think pieces. But yeah, I also like, if you're here to just be rude and positive and negative and to cuss and stuff, like it's not going to stay up, because that's just not who I represent. It's not who I am, you know? But I get it. Like, it's a real world. And I think that's also the great thing about this show. There are so many reviewers now, so many different perspectives. My style is different, and I'm glad for the people that are slowly finding me. Thank you so much. Okay, but now a little bit more about last night and what I wanted to address today. Because I definitely, last night, I was so tired too, because I finally found out that I can watch it earlier in Canada at like after 9, because I was trying to stay up till 11 before, and it was so hard because I just want to go to sleep. And then last night I was like, what is happening? Like where the show is on. But today I've had time to cool off. And these are some things I want you to think about. And this is just based on things I know from the show happening before. So I feel there are 3 shows. There's the show we watch as the audience. There's a show that the Islanders go through, and then there's a show that the producers want with the editing. So I want you to think about this. We see nothing about Taylor at all, okay? But Alondra last night said she wanted to reciprocate kind of maybe acts of service or the things that he were doing for her. Whereas us at the audience, all we ever see is him not looking at her, not really talking to her, not being interested in her. And he did say that at the very beginning, but I do believe interest can grow, and they definitely have a friendship. I do want more for Alondria. I said before, I love Jalen and everything, but I think she still wants somebody, even though she likes a country boy, I think she still wants somebody with a bit more life experience. And she really is into the country thing. But I can tell that they're not showing us what Taylor is saying or doing or his conversations. And I just want you to think about that. The production can be doing that on purpose, because the way they're making it look is like Alondria is just completely smitten with this guy for no reason. And there cannot, it, I just do not believe that. She's very mature. People seem to look to her. The Islanders also seem to look to Taylor as well. And everybody always says that Austin is kind of like their guy. Okay. Anyway, I just want you to think about that. The other thing I want you to think about, what if Ace is not really the ringleader? What if it's Nick? Now, Nick from his package at the very beginning, playa. So I already knew that. I do not like the way Nick is good though, because he has a way that he stares to you and he talks to you. And I was like, you're my guy, I really like you. But so he has this way of being honest, but in his honesty, he's really not being nice. He did that with Bella. And see Serena. I have to just double check her name because I don't want to say names wrong. I think her name's Sierra, right? I may not have written any notes about her from Thursday and Friday, but yes, I'm Hope. Sorry, Sierra. Anyways, I believe her name is Sierra. But yeah, he was not honest with Bella and Sierra. Now he's with Sierra. We have learned that he had, the best 25 seconds of his life. They ended up having sex. And I hate that. I hate that for the show. I hate that they do this in public. I don't even understand, to be honest. I'm like, what is happening? But that did happen, and that does change things. And I think Sierra is very mature in how she's handling it and dealing with it. And I also want us to remember that is what happened with Jeremiah and Huda as well, which probably made her insecurities that already existed kind of be even heightened. And I feel like we're forgetting that these people are having these emotional and intimate ties, which are not always easy to kind of differentiate from in the real world, let alone with cameras and on this condensed, kind of intense kind of Love Island environment. So, Nick, for me from day one, I've always had my spidey senses up about him. But I'm like, what if Nick and Taylor are the ringleaders and not Ace? But because Ace is so vocal, verbal, and such a personality, and the editing, they always point it out, like, of what Ace thinks and that he's bringing everybody together. But I just want you to think about that, because definitely the three of them, as I said before, have an alliance. And I'm like, what if Ace isn't the ringleader, but he's just the most vocal? The other thing I wanted you to think about, I have about Alondria. I don't think it's one-sided. It can't be. It can't be, but that's what they're showing us. With Shelly and Ace, I do really like them together, but I have seen the clip of the Casa Amor guys, and tonight is going to be Casa Amor. So there's one thing I can say about this season, though it has everybody upset, and though I don't feel there's a real strong love connection right now, like Shelly and Ace are a couple. Alondra and Taylor, like the way they're making it look, definitely like Alondra and Taylor have a really strong connection. Sierra and Nick, I don't know what's going on there. Iris and TJ started a little ting ting, a little talk last night. Pepe L'Espanol is now on his own because Hannah's gone, and Austin been in his own world from day one. And Amaya, I like Amaya singing her little sad song with the makeup. I do hope there's somebody for her. And that's what's coming next, Casa Amor. But it is strange going into Casa Amor that I just feel like everybody's open. Nobody's closed off. I feel like maybe Shelly and Ace, maybe they'll have that conversation. Ace seems like he really is starting to like her, but he also seems like somebody that will be easily swayed. Nick definitely will be easily swayed. And I do see the sister with the natural hair. I feel like that's going to be somebody that Ace gravitates towards. I could be wrong. And Nick, because Nick also likes a swirl. And definitely there should be somebody coming in there for Austin, because we learned that in Bergie's season when Taylor came in. So, these people are watching the show, right? They do know what's been going on. They are coming in there with strong intentions. It is my hope that there is a stronger connection for Alondria, or that we get to see more of Taylor's personality and why she really likes him so much. Um, and yeah, there's not much else to say. Like, the drama happened last night, but like I said, Jeremiah, he's gonna have a brilliant career. He's a model, handsome guy. After last season, with all those couples getting top agents, I'm telling you, Jeremiah is going to do fine. It would have been great to see him on the show, and him and Adriana, like that fiery passion. He was so happy again. But, maybe it's good that he's not there. Huda, I don't think she could have handled it. I mean, she gave him the longest goodbye ever, but also the producers kept the camera on her for that long goodbye. So I do always want you to think about that. I do think about that, actually. Like, there's always something else going on here. It's never what we're just seeing. But kind of those are my thoughts. I have enjoyed the season. A lot of people say they don't like it. They're not going to watch it anymore. I like that there have been so many twists and turns. I never know what's going to happen next. I like that the games have been different. I am excited for Casa Amor. And as always, I just want people to find love. I really do watch a show for the love and not for the drama. But definitely, this season, it has been entertaining. It has definitely pissed a lot of people off. And what can I say? I don't know what's going to happen. I would love, like, they're always talking about bringing somebody back. I would love it if they brought Jeremiah back. Like, he's the only person that would be like, oh, could they bring him back? I would love that. Anyway, I'm just a viewer. They're not listening to me. They don't care what I think. That's just what I think. But I hope you enjoyed my think piece. I hope I did give you something else to think about. I encourage you really to be positive. You know what I mean? There's so much going on right now that is negative. It's good for us to have the mindless escape of Love Island and the potential of love, despite what the producers and the show is doing to completely throw us as viewers off of our game. Anyways, if you like what I had to say, you know what I'm going to ask you to do. Just give me a thumbs up. At least give me a like if you like it. And if you want to join in the conversation about things to maybe think about, I love that. And also subscribe if you feel so inclined. It's great to have more subscribers. And thank you so much. And that's what's up.